by tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians sent to the Capitol to be their voice, to express their will in government, to be their government, to serve them in government, and then to come under this type of scrutiny for rallies that I'm setting up with law-abiding citizens from across the state is outrageous and needs to be thoroughly investigated and needs to be prosecuted to ensure that it doesn't happen again.
Well, clearly, this is an attempt to intimidate people and to expand the Israeli connection. The Southern Poverty Law Center has some connections, but the ADL has been caught working with Mossad and more appears to be a foreign intelligence group operating in the United States. And now this further connection in Pennsylvania and the groups they listed mirrors the ADL reports, where we know the federal government gives them grants to come in and help write these reports. What I'm saying is the public ADL reports mirror the MIAC, the Homeland Security, the secret now published Pennsylvania reports. And so what is Israel? I mean, if England was doing this, if China was doing it, we'd be angry. Why is the federal government and the state government contracting with Israeli groups to spy on American citizens? Well, the answer is to chill political speech. And I think there should be congressional hearings about this.
I agree with you 100%. It's first of all, I mean, let no one be mistaken in what they're hearing. If this was an American-owned company that was doing the same exact thing, it would be a violation of our rights, a violation of our trust, an abuse of power. I mean, it would be outrageous.
And classic tyranny, classic tyranny.
Oh, and that's exactly right. It's tyrannical. And then when you involve a foreign-owned company in this type of tyrannical behavior, it really gives that eerie feeling of a mercenary type approach to hiring mercenaries in to actually try and intimidate and push your citizens back into a corner.
Well, let me expand, Representative Metcalf. If you're at a computer or when you get out of your car, type in NLE, National Level Exercise 09, you will read from FEMA.gov that 14 countries, including Israel, but British and others, were involved in a Homeland Security drill of tracking domestic extremists in a simulated war with the American people. So we know this is going on. I've been covering this specifically for more than 13 years or so. I've been on air 15. But we know, I mean, I have Washington Post articles where they've signed North American Union agreements to use Mexican and Canadian troops to, quote, deal with American terrorists. And then we have the Homeland Security reports where they say the #1 enemy is returning veterans, Christians, gun owners, people that want to end the Federal Reserve. I mean, this is really happening. And our Brigade Homeland, Army Times reports, is being trained by Israelis. You could really expose this with these hearings. When are these hearings coming up?
The Senate hearings are going to start on Monday, this coming Monday. And as I said, I'm a member of the Pennsylvania House. It's not going to be a hearing of the House. It's not a joint hearing. It's just a hearing of one of the standing committees from the Pennsylvania Senate. But it's a beginning to try and get to the bottom of this and try and gather more information. I've sent my own request to the Director of Homeland Security. I'll be subsequently, it looks like, filing up here with some right-to-know requests to see what kind of information we can gather there. But ultimately, you're just doing follow up on the abuse that's already occurred. That's certainly important to try and stop any future abuse. But the abuses that have occurred should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And as you said, Congress and our state legislatures should investigate this to ensure that it does happen again.
Now,
and we stop it.
Now, reportedly, with this Israeli foreign group, the Pittsburgh papers are reporting that they were involved in law enforcement, wiretapping anti-G20 groups. So I think the point you raised about were you being wiretapped, your Second Amendment group, I think that is very important.
I agree. I mean, and we have individuals involved in our Second Amendment coalition from Second Amendment groups and sportsmen's groups that are across Pennsylvania from east to west, north to south. We have thousands, tens of thousands of Pennsylvanians that are represented by the groups that are involved with our coalition that's been the catalyst for our Second Amendment rallies that we've held now 5 years in a row. And we started these to try and stave off the attacks by the liberal gun-grabbing governor that we have that came out of Philadelphia, Ed Rendell. We were very successful with it. it's, my work to try and bring an end to the illegal alien invasion, working with state legislators for legalimmigration.com and Senator Pierce from Arizona and many others. We actually were noted. Our work as state legislators for legal immigration in the Invasion PA report that I put together was noted in a UN report back in early 2008. And that kind of sets you back on your heels a little bit when you realize that the UN is issuing reports with your name in it as a state legislator from the state of Pennsylvania. But then even furthermore, when you realize that not only is the UN doing some of these sorts of big brother oversight tactics, trying to intimidate, trying to push us back on our heels from standing up for the rights of Americans, for standing up for our nation, but that we have individuals that have been contracted out of country by our own government to do the same. It's an outrage.
Well, Representative Metcalf, we know why they're contracting with the UN and the Israelis and others, because many police are refusing to break the law and to spy on citizens without warrants, to spy on mainline, nonviolent groups that represent the majority of Americans on top of it. I mean, over 70% in major polls are pro-Second Amendment. Over 70% in Gallup polls want to completely shut down the border. So here they are trying to intimidate mainline dissent that's also constitutional and nonviolent. Of course they're having to contract with foreign groups to do this.
Well, that's what every one of our military personnel takes an oath to uphold and defend our Constitution, and our local elected to state elected, our law enforcement certainly have the same responsibility. So the majority of our law enforcement, the majority of our military are patriotic citizens serving their neighbors and can't be corrupted by the tyrannical hands of that would like to move them in this direction.
Representative Metcalf, I want to ask you a few more questions. We've only got about 8 minutes left with you, and we appreciate the time here today. But pulling back from this and looking at the big, wide spectrum of what's going on, what is happening to you is happening everywhere. I know it's happening here in Austin. I know there's Israeli groups and others spying on citizens. I know that Ron Paul, it came out in the news, and Tea Parties have been spied on by the Army. The Army leaked yours truly and others this stuff back in 2008 when our In the Fed rallies had the Army at them, and the Army report said, don't let them know you're Army. They may attack you. And of course, the Army personnel were so upset by this, they leaked the information to myself and others. But this is outrageous, and police and military and others need to know. When you've got foreigners or the UN or the Israelis or anybody else telling you to spy on American citizens, you have a duty, I think, to go public, not just leak the information, because this is a crime, and I'm really pleased to see major Pennsylvania papers talking about this being illegal.
Right. I agree with you, and that's the only way that we're going to defeat this type of activity and protect American lives, liberty, and property is have American citizens standing up, whether they're in the military or whether they're in law enforcement, or if they're average citizens that are being targeted by this type of activity. People need to stand up and speak out and not be intimidated.
Well, after all the United States has done for Israel, why do you think Israel's so happy to have the ADL demonizing gun groups and Lou Dobbs and myself? Why do you think that there's other Israeli groups, running around spying on you? I mean, this is outrageous.
Well, that was one of my first thoughts was, as an American citizen, as a former soldier, as one who has been very supportive of standing with Israel against the attacks that they have endured by terrorists in their area of the world. That how is it that they would be linked into this type of an activity, or people from Israel being linked into this type of activity that is targeting the majority of the very people that have been supportive of Israel over the years? It's a question.
Well, it's outrageous, and I'm glad you've got the courage to criticize it. But, I mean, we can't. More and more we see mercenaries being used domestically, foreign groups. This is not the mark of a society going into more liberty. It's the sure sign of a society degrading into despotism.
That's exactly right, and that's what the American people have to understand, have to grasp, have to get hold of before they become like that frog that's slowly cooked in that ever-increasing temperature of the pot that you're in. We have to recognize, in order to hold on to America, to hold on to the freedoms that we cherish, to hold on to those God-given liberties that are affirmed in our Constitution, that we're going to have to be vigilant, that we're going to have to be very vocal and very active in standing up to our government to ensure that our government understands you weren't elected to be a master. You were elected to be a servant. Now get into your servant's role, serve us, protect our freedom, and stop screwing with us.
Well, Representative, I know a lot of police come up and shake my hand all over the country. They're good men and women. But just yesterday, I saw in a neighborhood a warrantless checkpoint. I pulled over on a side street, got out, politely walked over to the state police, and I said, "Hey, troopers, what's going on out here?" And they just said, "None of your business." I mean, screamed at me. This one guy bared his teeth and said, "Get back in your car and leave." And it wasn't an arrest going on, nothing happening. They were just all out there setting up a checkpoint, putting up a tent, blocking part of the road. I drove through them. They were looking at me, looking in my car. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be scared of this. I'm going to go confront this and ask polite. And the guy, and I said, well, I have a right to ask you what you're doing. And he said, no, you don't. And you're parked illegally. And I wasn't. I was in a neighborhood parked by, at somebody's house. And I didn't argue with him. I just said, man, you're really treating me bad. And, more and more there's this attitude of we work for the government and we shouldn't ask the government any questions. And as Thomas Jefferson said, when the people are afraid of the government, you have tyranny. When the government's afraid of the people, we have liberty.
That's exactly right. And that's, as you mentioned, the majority of our law enforcement are good men and women who are interested in serving their fellow citizens. But as with anything, whether it's your politicians, your ball players, law enforcement, wherever you find yourself working, there's always someone that's going to be in that position that's going to allow the power to go to their head.
Yeah, well, that was the issue. I mean, I said, what's your name, trooper? And he said, it's Sergeant Baker to you. And the other ones were kind of looking and smiling or, looked uncomfortable because I literally walked up in a charming way and talked to him. And in fact, I hadn't even gotten near him. He came over to me, and I was real polite, and I was about 20 feet from the other troopers, and he just went crazy on me, like I was his slave or something.
Right. Well, it's important for our citizenry to support our law enforcement, support our military, but at the same time to make sure that they stand with the majority of those folks. And not be
they shouldn't act
by the unlawful actions or unconstitutional actions of those that are in office or those that are in the bureaucracy that are violating the Constitution or violating the law.
Well, exactly. I mean, he was acting like cops I've seen in third world police states. I mean, we know what tyranny looks like. We know how it walks. We know how it quacks. And it's just scary, but we know why it's happening. Most of the Homeland Security training, over 90%, is for Mr. Metcalf, Representative Metcalf. It's for Alex Jones. And I think people better understand that this was bipartisan. These reports that we saw under Obama, sir, I can send you the reports that were issued under Bush. He obviously didn't issue them himself, but the bureaucracy at the top sees the American people as the enemy.
Right. Well, I think that's a very good point. I think it's one that people have to take to heart, and one that people have to recognize, so that when they're exercising their right to vote on November 2nd, when they're carrying out and going through their lives, that they understand that you can't let your elected official just get elected on November 2nd and have a free ride the next 2 years or 4 years or 6 years, whatever that term of office is. We need American citizens to step forward and start holding their elected officials accountable, so the elected officials actually hold the bureaucrats, the bureaucracy that's gone so out of control, accountable, and to rein them back into being a servant of the people.
Absolutely. They are the servants, and they're out of control on every front, and have been given a green light to go wild, and that's what's fueling this massive political awakening. In closing, I'd like to get you back on after the hearings, and I hope that you will call for serious criminal investigations, and I hope people realize this is going on everywhere, and by shining a lot of truth on this, in closing, where the news reports the head of Homeland Security in your state is hiding. Do we know where he is?
I do not. I know we sent a letter to the address that he's supposed to be working at, that he's supposed to be employed at. We'll be following up on that letter, as I said, with right to know requests, and hopefully the hearings on Monday will help to find more information that we're seeking in order to determine exactly what did they do with this information. How many Pennsylvanians, law-abiding Pennsylvanians, have come under the scrutiny?
Stay there, sir.
We're on the march.